Hello, this is Rebecca here, and today I'm here to show you another snail mail idea. And this is basically kind of a themed card on how to send maybe, in this card I'm going to be sending a couple little hot cocoa and peppermints for the Christmas season. And so I wanted to kind of show you how I'm going to send those out. So what I've done also is I started with a regular note card that I have. This is one of my designs that I have and carry in my Etsy shop. But basically, I have already made it into a trifold card by cutting a piece of cardstock and then adhering it with washi tape. So basically, I just cut the shape that would fit in here and then ran washi along both sides of the paper to make it a trifold blank note card. So let me go ahead and get started. Some of the things I've already kind of pre-prepped so that way the video is not forever, but I'm able to show you a few of the steps. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cover this centerpiece with a piece of different colored cardstock. So I'm just gonna, this is actually not cardstock but a heavier scrapbook paper. So I'm gonna come in here and just kind of measure out because I want that other washi to show. So I'm just gonna cut that along here and measure it out here because again I do want this polka dot to show through. And then I'm just going to cut this along there. And then I'll just take my glue and I will add it to the center like that. Just to give it a different design and not so white. I love color, so anything that I usually have put together has a lot of color to it. So I'm just going to come through with the same washi that I did over here and match this side as well. Just like that. And like that. And that way it kind of matches with the whole design. Okay, so what I've done is I'm going to start with this side because this is actually just going to be like a hello introduction side. And so I'm going to be using this paper by Simple Stories. It's Claus & Company. This is actually paper that I bought for my December daily, but I noticed it had these great squares on the back that you could cut out and put into a card. And then I also wanted to show you I bought the pack because I also have lettering that I plan on using from it as well. So I figured out that one of these squares would fit onto here. So I either wanted to go with St. Nick's Candy Shop because it's going to be a candy themed card or a sweet card, or I also thought about Holiday Cheer. So I'm actually going to cut out both of them and see which one works the best. And that way I can kind of get an idea of how they both will look. And the good news is they're not on the same square. As I'm cutting it, I almost seem like this candy cane design will look a lot better just because this kind of has a gray tint around the edging, and this one more has a not so gray. It's still a more dull color, but it's not as gray, so it might go as more better. So yeah, so I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to trim this down just a tad bit so it fits a little better on there. And then I'm wondering if I should maybe put some backdrop on it, or I may just kind of leave it like that. And then I might put some, I don't know what I'll do, I'll put some stickers along the side there. So let me go ahead and glue that down. I usually have like an old phone book that I put under here, but my studio is a gigantic mess right now because I've been doing lots of shows and it's just been, everything is everywhere. So we'll just kind of wing it like that. And then probably I need to go in here and maybe with some washi, kind of put it down along the sides. I'm just going to go with this kind of this gingham red and white washi. Like that, just to kind of give it a little bit of color. And then this is not even, so let me pull that up. Probably gonna have to get a new piece because it's gonna roll. That's what I love about the washi, right? It comes up so easily. Where was it? There we go. Just like that. Make sure it's even this time. Okay. Cut it. Okay. So we have that down. Now what I kind of want to do to come in here and decorate it a little bit more is maybe use, I have bought these different candy cane stickers. And so I thought I could use some of those in this picture. Maybe use some of these little bitty peppermints. So let's try that. And this is basically just kind of an introduction to my card. Another little pretty design to look at. So I'm just going to kind of fill these in randomly. Doesn't have to be straight. I think the more little back and forth and not so straight on there makes it look a lot better. Kind of like candy, just kind of hanging out. Probably should have made this one not so straight as well. Uh-oh, I think it may be permanently stuck. Okay, it's permanently stuck, so we will just go along with it and maybe put in a little piece. Boy, these stickers sometimes are hard to get off of here. Put a piece like kind of right there. And that way it looks a little less formal. And then I'll do the same down here. Candy canes may be a little too big. Should have those going in different directions. But again, we're just going with this, not overthinking it, just to make it pretty. It's kind of like a little introduction here. Okay, so if I get down further into it and I want to come along and do a few more different things, I might come in here, but we're going to move on. Okay, so then we open it up, and I think on this side I'm going to actually put the envelope for the letter. And so I went ahead and pre-made this envelope. I have a video on how to create these eyelet envelopes, so I will leave that in the link below. So if you are curious how to make these, you can view that video and find out. So I'm just going to glue that in on top of that. And I'm not going to write the letter now, but I'll show you what I plan on using to write my letter on. I'm just going to come in here, put that down like that, okay? And so I'm going to use one of these notepads here. This one I picked up at Michael's. I just think that is so adorable, that little Volkswagen bug with the tree in the back. It's so cute. So I'll just write my letter here. If it takes up more, I'll just use more and fold it up and put it in here after my letter is written. So I'm going to go ahead and seal it up like that. And we're going to put lettering. Now this is where I'll come in and use some of these. I think I'm going to put a note on here. Hope I have enough room. Oh yeah, I should have enough room. There goes my last T. Boy, it doesn't take long to use up these letters. I really have gotten away from buying so many letters because I have just tons of them that are still good, but I should move that over. That I have so many extras, like I've used all the vowels, or I've used all the N's or T's or something like that. So I've kind of gotten to where I'd rather write it, but my handwriting's not the best. I think I hear a cat at my door. They like to hang out in here with me when I'm out in my studio. They love it out here. Okay. There we go. So we've got that written under like that. I'm going to put an A at the top. And then what I'm going to do is come in here with my same little candies and decorate this envelope with those. I have one just as big. Put on the other side. There. Okay. So for my center pocket, I'm going to add some different little supplies and little goodies. So I went ahead and I've already made up this little packet. It is a resealable packet, so I'm going to just fold it down like that, and my pen pal can open it up and actually get to the glitter. And I'll just kind of show you. I just want to flip these over real quick. These are just little, almost real paper thin. They almost look like they're cut out of ribbon, sparkle ribbon. But in this little goodie bag, there's just some sequins, some little candy cane. You can tie a string on them, and actually probably could hang them on different things. And then some little snowflakes and some little gold stars. So I'm gonna go ahead and seal those in there like that. Actually, I'm gonna move this to the back a little bit. And seal that. And then I'm going to just add it to the bottom like that. I'm going to seal it in just a minute. And then I also had already made up a little washi tape sample. So I'm going to put that there. And then I cut this actually from a piece of that same scrapbook paper. Right here, I used a 1.5 inch punch. And I'm going to put that there with this cute little Christmas tree paper clip. So I just clip that on here. And then now, I'm going to show you how I can add it to here. So first things first, I will add this sparkle bag. I think I'm going to use, let's see here, what color should I use? That's pink. We've kind of got pink along here, so I might need to do something a little different. Okay, this green polka dot will work. And it's kind of thinner than your regular washi, so it won't take up as much room. So I'm just going to run it alongside the edging, and that way it leaves a little bit overage, so you can use to adhere it to the paper, but not actually where my pen pal can pull it off and use it that way. To this side. Like that. My washi's a little uneven. You know, I guess it wouldn't matter, but I just like it if it's nice and neat, which is still a little off because this one's a little shorter than that one. And I'm sorry, I've got to fix it. It bothers me. I can't just let it go. Okay, where's that same? Where's that same? So we're going to start here. I'll just make it really long and then I can cut it. Like that. Okay, that's better. It's not so short on one side. Okay, and so the next thing, I'm going to show you how I can add this. I think what I'm going to do is get some twine. Let's see if I can find, let me see here, do I have some extra over here? Yeah, here's some extra twine. Well, it's all knotted up. Let me go ahead and get my big roll out. This is one gigantic big roll of twine. So I'm just cut a piece off of there. And create like a little bow, and I'm going to see if I can attach it by using the bow on the back side somehow. Let's think here. Let's try to use another thin washi. We'll go ahead and use this pink one. So what I'm going to do is kind of take it and we're going to add it like right here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of pull this tag up, tape the string along the back side here, like that, and then take the twine and tie it in a bow. Like that. And there we go. I'll just trim this, trim that. Perfect. Okay. And then for this, we're just going to put tape, just like use washi, and then just put it along the side too. I'm going to try to find another maybe another shade of green. Maybe a thinner green. Too much green, right? Should we go with the red? if I have a solid red. I have a polka dot red. Here's a candy cane red. It may be a little bit too much with this candy cane. This already other. Too much, you think? Yeah? I wonder if I haven't did. I did do another punch. And we'll just use this other one maybe. Let's go with that one. That looks good. And it's got a little bit dark in it, the polka dot on the back. So it kind of offsets all the pink and red, but I think we actually should try to go with a thinner tape. Let's try this super thin tape and see if it will work. Holding it down. There we go. Okay. I think that looks good. I'll just add this little tree clip on this to this one. Like that. Okay. Like that. Maybe do this one again so it's not so crooked. Like that, and then I'm going to put one along the bottom. Maybe not. It looks weird by buckling it in like that. Okay, so we've got our little paper clip, we've got our sparkle, and we've got our washi sample. Now for the finale, the adding the sweetness to it all. Actually, I'm going to go in here, sorry to be bouncing all over the place, but I think I'm going to go in here and put, one thing I love about these clear stickers, you can kind of, let's see how big these little guys are. These I bought as for my planner. Let's see here. Oh, these are cute. We could add those along the bottom where it offsets that washi so it doesn't look so just blah left there. Like that. Okay, one more on the end there. There. How does that look? I think that's good. I think so too. Okay. Then, okay, so now we're moving on to the sweetness. Okay, so I found these little packages of hot cocoa at my local grocery store, and I thought they would be perfect. Or, you know, if you didn't want to send hot cocoa, you could definitely do a tea. You could do a background with a little pocket to do the tea. So I also found these little envelopes. They came in a packet as well. You could also, you know, cut paper to make your own envelopes. But I have these little peppermint candies that I'm just going to stick into there, like that. And I'm going to add them to that. And that's going to be tied together. Now with this, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a glue, because it's a glue runner, because you can still remove it. Well, it says permanent bond, but at least it's it will be you won't be able to see it as much. So I'm going to go ahead and just run it along the back side like that and add it to the front of here. And then I'm going to just kind of add it along the back side of the packet and put it. Oh, you know what? Let me do something before I forget. I want to put another piece of the twine to make a bow on top. So we'll cut that off. That. And we're going to actually add this to the back of here. Okay, so let's see here. So we're going to get our twine and we're going to add it with still coordinating washi, but that won't be seen from the top when you open the card up. But we're just going to glue it like that. And then put our packet on there. And then add your little candies. You could even just add one, would probably be really cute. But I kind of want to do two. You know, I think I'm just going to do one because the bulkiness looked very uncomfortable there. It's already going to be a bulky letter, but I didn't want to overdo it. So, and then I'll just tie the twine into a bow. Like that. And cut the excess. And then to make it really cutesy, we're going to add like that cute little snowflake. So I'm just going to get the same little glue runner and put this hopefully in the middle like that. And then I'm going to come in here and say sweets, or let's think here. Let's get our lettering together. Maybe we can have something over here. Be bright, jingle all the way, be merry. I don't really see anything on there that says, you know, they did have one on here that was a little coffee mug. Oh, here we go. I knew there was one. Oh, it says right here, this one says enjoy. I wonder if a round one or a square. I think a square would look better. So, see this little coffee mug with enjoy on it? I'm going to cut that out. And we're going to add it right here. And I'm just going to use this glue bond stuff again, this glue runner, and add it to the outside. Now let's come in here with some candy canes, of course, some little candies, and we're going to dress it up a little bit. That way it matches everything else. Put this little one on here. My glue stick's falling over. Okay, so I think we have it completed. Let's do a little walkthrough, shall we? Okay, let me move all this stuff out of the way. So we have a clear picture of how it looks. Okay, so, and of course it's going to be bulky, and what I normally do when it comes to stuff like this, I take some more twine, which this isn't big enough, or I'll take some ribbon and I'll tie it around like this. Where did I see that? Like even this ribbon here, it's a little bit thicker and it coordinates, so I might just tie it on there. But let's do a walkthrough. So you have your little card and you open it up and you have your place for your note and you have your holiday cheer. And then you open it up to your little sparkle goodies, and then your little sweetness right here. So, and there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough of how to create a themed card with a little sweetness added to it. And as I always say, live sweetly. And I will see you in my next video.